welcome to episode 10 of the JBFH Podcast. This
Double
podcast,
digits.
This podcast is brought to you by no one, because no one's listening to this at the moment. We don't have any sponsors. I don't think anyone knows we exist.
But if we were on camera now, Budweiser, pay attention.
Sponsors. And Teacher's Whiskey, because I won it at a raffle at pub.
But I could stand there, Budweiser, like this. You can't see me, but I'm like showing off my drink.
He's displaying it like like in the shopping channel.
Right.
Anyway, there's some trailers came out that we want to talk about and some other stuff.
Yeah, a few things.
A few things in entertainment news.
We'll start with the biggest one.
Avengers. New trailer.
Just interrupted.
Teaser trailer. What did you think?
It was alright. Like it.
Was it better than the pizza we just had?
No. Yeah. Actually, my pizza was just standard.
I had a nice pizza.
Yours-
Domino's
yours-
sponsors.
Yeah.
Not really, obviously, but you should sponsor us. I had a nice Meteor pizza. I do recommend.
Got some cookies for in a minute.
Cookies.
And again, Budweiser. Good with every meal.
Yeah. Anyway, Avengers. It was not good with every meal at all. I couldn't drink my Budweiser with my pizza because it was too bloaty for me. Now I'm on the whiskey and Coke. Teacher's whiskey again.
That's true. I don't drink beer when I have meals.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Anyway, what did you think of the Avengers trailer? The new event. Wait, was it Avengers? What's it called?
End Game.
End Game. Is that what the film's actually called?
Yeah.
Fuck me. The last one was depressing enough. It's End Game.
Don't know. I felt like the trailer was a glorified title reveal.
It was a teaser trailer.
Yeah, but
I don't know what anyone expects from
what-
a teaser trailer. I never really take much notice
the
of
thing
teasers.
with this film is, I feel like of course they're gonna do trailers because they need to put it in the public eye again, so people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's coming out. But I kind of like the idea of going in blind, because after the way it ends, you don't really know where it's gonna go, where it's gonna pick up. We can all theorize and stuff, but I'd rather just the trailers be kind of like this one was, where it was a bit like you see things, but it doesn't really give anything away.
Yeah.
I would have been happy if it just showed like
The title.
yeah no or if it just
That would've
showed
been shit. Everyone would
if
have
it just showed like scenes from the last one where everyone was like disappearing and stuff, and they come up with Avengers End Game and then the title like just kind of evaporate like the people do. I would have been happy with that because I don't really want to know much going in.
Yeah.
And the worst thing, because this trailer obviously didn't give too much away, but this was a teaser. The next one's going to show stuff, and it may show people in it that we believe to be dead and stuff like that.
Don't watch trailers.
Yeah, I know.
They won't. They're not going to spoil. They're not going to spoil everything.
They're not going to spoil everything, but they're with a film on this scale, it's going to be hard for them not to.
Yeah.
Like give little clues away anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I would rather just go in completely blind.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to. If a trailer comes, I know I'm gonna watch it.
True. Well, although when the Star Wars was coming out towards the end of the last,
Star
I
Wars.
stopped watching. Did I say the Star Wars?
Yeah, the Star
I
Wars.
sound like an old man. The Star Wars. Yeah. Well, what was I saying? Yeah, when those trailers were coming out for Last Jedi, towards the end, because they started fucking ramping it right up, didn't they? Showing loads
Yeah,
of
they
shit.
do the stuff.
So I stopped watching them.
I don't watch all the little trailers after. I usually watch because they usually do free trailers, don't they?
Yeah.
I usually watch the teaser trailer in the first two, and then if I feel like the second one showed too much, because they usually bring out a third one, that's when I stop. But after the third one, you get those like little trailers, spots, scenes.
Yes, TV spots that get you because they start showing all sorts of shit.
Yeah, because even though they're small clips usually, they show someone that you haven't seen before, and like. Then again, saying that, I've seen quite a few stuff for Last Jedi, and I couldn't predict after stuff that happened in that film when I watched it the first time.
Fuck me, you couldn't predict anything that happened in that film. Every time you thought you were going to predict something, Ron Johnson was like, no, we're going to do the complete opposite, whether it's good or not.
Yeah, I think they obviously did that on purpose.
Yeah,
The complaints were that the first one was too safe, and then this one...
Yeah. I didn't hate
not
this
safe.
one, but I've grown to dislike it more since
I
Last
think I'm
Jedi.
the like lesser minority of people. Well, I think that Disney haven't released a bad Star Wars film. I don't think they've necessarily been amazing.
Really?
I don't think there's a bad one. There's not one that I hate. There's not one I dislike.
I would say...
The Force Awakens was good, but it was a rehash.
Yeah.
Rogue One, I enjoyed. The first half of the film isn't as good as the second half of the film.
Rogue One, upon reflection, sucked ass, really. Like, when you really think about it.
It was poorly paced, but then once it gets into the second act of the film, I think the second act's really good.
We've already been derailed from our conversation about Avengers.
Yeah, of course. Let's go back to that. Yeah, it doesn't give away too much. I want to know why Tony's on his own because he.
Yeah, why is he floating in space now?
Yeah, well, he wasn't left on his own, was he? He was.
No,
He
in
was in space anyway.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
But he was with Nebula, and
I
as far as
forgot
this
about
ship looks like, he's not in a very big ship,
No.
and Nebula's not there. So we do see her in the trailer, but
Yeah.
she
I
must
forgot.
have fucked
I
off.
forgot
And
he
left
was left in space.
yeah.
After like Spider-Man spoilers turned to dust in his arms.
Yeah.
It was dark as fuck. I heard some. Wait, was it me that I may be remembering somebody else's story? I could have sworn it was. I saw it with you, didn't I?
Yeah, you thought.
Did someone in the cinema? Did a child say, "Is Spider-Man dead now?"
I don't think so.
All right, it wasn't. That wasn't a real memory then. I'm just remembering somebody else's story. But somebody said
Copyright.
that. Copyright that story.
This is
an official JBFH story. This happened.
the views in this story. It's not the views of JBFH.
No, but right. Well, somebody on either YouTube or somebody we knew, I don't remember who now, said that some child was in the cinema and was like, "Is Spider-Man dead now?" That's fucking terrifying for a child.
Yeah, that wasn't nice.
It's a dark film.
It was dark, but then we expected it to, or I expected it to be quite dark.
Well, I didn't know what to expect because remember when Age of Ultron was coming out and they made all those trailers like dark as fuck, and then it came out and then it was like a light-hearted Avengers film.
I think you can tell from just the beginning. Like if you watch Age of Ultron now, and where the Marvel slogan comes up, it's like dun 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 dun. And this one, it's like nothing.
I didn't.
And you heard the calls for help, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then you see Thanos straight up chokes Loki.
Yeah, but right, he's like there'll be no resurrections this time, and that sets the tone for the rest of the film. I've heard rumors that Tom Hiddleston is coming back to play Loki, not in this new one. But in some sort of Marvel show
that could be anything. It could be prequel.
I would hope so because if he comes back again,
no, I think he has stayed dead. But Disney all they're doing with that is they need people to subscribe.
These big actors to
come in, do limited series, so they don't have to contract them to like 4 or 5 seasons. They do a limited series, which is it could be anything.
As cool as that sounds, because they're on about doing a Captain America one, aren't they?
I think
Captain America. Bucky one.
Yeah, but Bucky and Falcon.
Bucky. That would be cool.
That could be Captain America.
I would watch that shit. But I'm not. I refuse to subscribe to this channel.
It's the way it's going now. Though streaming services are taking over because everybody's doing it.
Yeah, but the thing is though, because everybody's doing it. Now all it's going to do is replace TV, and it's just going to become like TV.
Yeah,
because you're going to be paying for it, but you're going to be paying more because you're going to be paying for separate channels rather than a package.
Maybe because you think about it though, like Sky's like £80 to £90.
Right. Yeah, but how many channels do you get with that though?
Yeah, but I always find myself flicking through Sky and not finding anything. Do you know what I watch?
I flick through Netflix and don't find anything.
I suppose, but do you know the stuff I watch on Sky?
Yeah.
Is usually freeview stuff.
Oh.
Not even I can't remember the last time I put Sky on and watched some up from Sky. I watched The Chase today. That's on ITV. I could watch that for free.
When God's name you watch The Chase?
I like The Chase. What's wrong with The Chase?
I bet you watch Celebrity in the Jungle thing as well.
Sometimes
you definitely do.
Sometimes I don't stick up with it though because I work too many nights and stuff. And
game shows and reality shows.
Because I lose too much interest by the time.
Yeah.
Because I work nights, I don't care anymore. But I like The Chase.
I can't be fucked with that shit.
Also, like
that's
my murder documentaries.
Tea time telly. That's for like. It reminds me of like going around my nan's house at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon after school, and she's just got The Chase or some.
It's mum TV, I would say.
It is mum / grandma TV.
/ dad now. I watched Tenable at 3 o'clock.
You watch what?
Tenable. Do you know with fucking what's his name, little midget man that's in Harry Potter and he's in Star Wars?
Don't say midget man. That's not politically correct. Just say I don't know what the politically because apparently
dwarf.
Yeah, but it depends if they're a dwarf or not because
he is a dwarf.
But there's little people as well. They like to be called, but to me that sounds more offensive. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, strike on this channel. Hate speech.
But yeah, like overall, the trailer was fine for what it was. It felt like a bit of a glorified title reveal. I felt because we didn't know the title of the film. I think that's what it was there for.
Yeah, I suppose. I was underwhelmed.
It was fine.
It was fine. Yeah, it was a teaser trailer. I don't expect anything more, to be honest.
And
I like that Tony Stark looks like he's about to like kill himself, literally.
Yeah. But the one thing that they probably shouldn't have had in it, or I think they shouldn't have had in it, was maybe Ant-Man. Because as far as...
That was fine. It didn't really fit the tone.
No.
And the weird thing about that was it had this sinister music over it still, whilst Ant-Man was like being Ant-Man. You know what I mean?
The thing is that what we got though in this... like, because we haven't seen Captain Marvel yet. But obviously there's Skrulls, and Skrulls pose as people.
Yeah.
So yeah, some of the people that live could still be Skrulls, for all we know. I think that's why Captain Marvel was there, to set up that aspect of it. Plus, she's obviously going to be in the next one anyway.
Do you know if Stan Lee got a cameo in this one?
Yeah, because they filmed up his cameos to a certain...
That's cool.
I don't know how far in advance they filmed them though, because they did that a while ago. But
yeah,
he's in this one.
I like that. It'd be nice to see that now.
I wonder though. Oh, I want to see it. I wonder if it takes away from... It depends how they use the scene, doesn't it, with him in it?
Yeah.
You don't want it to take away from the film. I mean, I know it's...
because it's Stan Lee and obviously he's passed away.
Yeah. Obviously, it definitely needs a Stan Lee cameo. It's just the placing of it as well.
I wonder how... Because I think they're probably... I wonder how they're going to go about...
But they probably
doing these sorts of I'm assuming eventually they're just going to do references to him, or are they just not going to bother at all? I would like little references here and there, like, but things, in the background. Or like things you just wouldn't notice unless you're like a super paying attention. You know what I mean? That'd be cool, like an Easter egg.
Yeah, as long as they don't go down the route of like trying to digitally put him in him.
Oh no, fuck me! They're gonna Tark him from Rogue One. That was
Star Wars more than we mentioned the Avengers trailer.
Yeah. I hated that in Rogue One when they made him.
Because they could have done so much more. They didn't need Tarkin in it for a start either.
No.
It was just because of the timing of the film they put him in it.
Yeah.
Right, do you want to go on to the Captain Marvel trailer?
It's another underwhelming one for me. Like, it was better than this trailer because it was a full trailer, but...
It was the same as the teaser trailer pretty much.
Yeah.
Except they expanded on that the old lady was a Skrull. Yeah. And I didn't really care about that. I thought it was funny to see her punch an old lady.
It was funny. Old ladies getting punched. If it's not actually real, it's hilarious.
But I could see they wanted to clear that up. That's why they expanded on it.
Well, because she punched an old woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. We do agree with violence against elders.
Especially the way the world's going at the minute.
Oh yeah, everyone can get offended over anything nowadays. They get offended over this podcast if anyone actually listened. Yeah, no, it looked alright. It looked decent. I'll definitely watch it when it comes out.
Go watch it. My problem with it was that because you get a teaser trailer, and then the full trailer is supposed to kind of expand on it or give you a little bit more. But I felt like it was pretty much the same.
Well, they gave you the Skrull storyline.
Yeah, they gave you.
I don't think they had that in the teaser trailer, if I remember rightly.
No,
pretty sure it was pretty much just she landed in that video store, and it was just to say, look, it's the 90s.
Yeah. But I didn't think it expanded too much.
I'll tell you what is cool about this film. Samuel Jackson genuinely looks younger.
Yeah, he does, it's good.
What did he do? Is that makeup? Is that a bit of CGI? Is that a bit of both?
Probably a bit of both.
Yeah.
But if you look at... you can see how far Marvel's kind of come with this, because they did it in Civil War with Tony Stark. And you can look at it now, and you can tell it's not quite right, but it still looks good. And then they did it with... Michael Douglas, and they did it with Kurt Russell, and that looked quite good.
Who did it? Kurt Russell.
Guardians of the Galaxy, that was quite good.
I forgot he was in that.
But yeah, and they just because it seems like they are desperate to use this technology.
But it's good technology. I like it.
It's good.
It's good once it's perfected. It's going to look great because I'm really interested to see what Scorsese does with it.
Yeah.
In his Netflix film that he's got coming out called The Irishman, it's got Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci. Al Pacino.
The film's been in works for a while now, hasn't it?
I think Leo might have a role in it.
It's been a couple of years since that's been announced to be on Netflix.
Yeah, it's going to happen. I think it is. He's just got to film it. And also they're using that technology to make them look younger. So it's going to take a while. And I imagine Scorsese is going to be pretty fussy with that. He wants it to look spot on. Otherwise, because it's a Scorsese film. He wants perfection. I still didn't watch his film that he made about the priest.
The Silence.
Yeah, did you watch that?
No, I bought it and never watched it.
I would like to see that because I just never got around to it in the end. The reason that he's on Netflix now is because that film didn't do very well at the cinema. So
yeah,
now he's gone to Netflix. But I think it'll get more.
I had
people
a
watching
disagreement
it on
with some people on Facebook saying piracy doesn't ruin the film industry, and well, that's not right anyway. It does, because people with especially these smaller films, they don't want to pay to see them just in case, do they? So then they stream them, which means that they don't make much money, which means that people are less likely to make them, which is why people are going to streaming services.
Oh yeah. Of course.
But these big budget films like Avengers, of course, if people are, they're not going to end up suffering too much from streamers. So people go to the cinema.
No, if anything, what's going to happen, which is what I'm seeing actually recently anyway, is that the indie films will be going to Netflix,
Amazon, and all that. Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I think there will always have films, like all different kinds of films, because people aren't going to stop making films.
No.
But it's just
you get
the way we consume
these indie
different.
films make it big at the cinema, but then again, like say Lady Bird, I don't think made much money at the cinema. That was a good film.
No, they usually get limited runs, don't they? And then they go to straight to like DVD,
and like here,
streaming.
Same as in America, but we're like obviously a smaller country in America. You can usually find one here in your city. Like we can't. Usually one cinema's at least showing one of these smaller films.
Usually, but then, even then it's only a couple of showings.
Yeah. But in America, sometimes it's like just certain states won't have a film.
Yeah, you have to like drive somewhere to actually
but at least
watch
here we can get it in our country.
Yeah.
Like in each city, we're guaranteed to go and see it. It's just whether we want to go to Cineworld Showcase or whatever showing it.
Yeah, or some like smaller place, because we got the Watershed as well, which I would like to go to.
There's another cinema, a smaller one, on Gloucester Road, I think. That's so smaller.
Dox yourself.
Well,
Just start telling people the area in which, like, well, obviously we didn't live near Gloucester Road anyway, so.
it's a bit of a trek from here.
Yeah.
You're all down that road.
Also, I can't imagine anyone actually wanted to stalk us anyway.
Yeah, I know we walked down that road after the thingy festival, didn't we? Long road.
No,
you
Gallagher.
Guys, yeah, you stopped in the pub and I went in.
Oh, when I was kicking off. Because I was drunk. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Should we?
What pointless like tangent we just went on.
Should we move on to the game of the year?
Game of the year. That was quick. Right.
Well, the trailers both look fine. They were
They look fine.
We,
one of them was teaser trailer. One of them was just a teaser trailer extended.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. They look decent. They're Marvel films.
We
what do you
talked more
expect?
about other stuff than we did.
Yeah. We talked more about Star Wars than we did any of these trailers. And Star Wars, there haven't a Star Wars film in ages.
No.
Yeah, Game of the Year. Who won Game of the Year? God of War.
God of War. Which
to be honest, this
is a fun game.
This award is kind of not worth anything. In all honesty, it's voted by people, but like you can vote every 24 hours.
Yeah.
And you can.
If you share, then your vote gets boosted.
It's stupid. That's why Fortnite won a shitload of awards, even though it sucks ass, in my opinion.
I mean,
it's fine,
Game of the Year. I mean, looking at this, I've only played 3 of these games. I hear Monster Hunter is good, but I've not played it.
Never played
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is probably not very good there.
No, apparently that's a really good game.
Oh.
It's just that I dropped out of those games because I couldn't follow the story anymore. Not that they even could either, because I think they pretty much just retconned everything. But I just couldn't bother because I was following the story and then it ended in a certain way that I didn't like, so I stopped playing them.
I think the 3 big games for this award was obviously God of War, who won it.
Yeah.
Marvel's Spider-Man, and Red Dead.
What did Marvel win? What did Spider-Man win? I mean,
I don't know.
I thought you were saying. What were you saying?
No. I'm saying for Game of the Year, those were the 3 games that would have probably been competing for that award.
But those were the 3 AAA games anyway.
Yeah.
Like they're obviously indie games that come out every year.
In my personal opinion, I prefer Spider-Man over God of War, but I think I prefer Red Dead over all of them.
Red Dead's like one of my favorite games.
That might be just because I'm still in the middle of playing Red Dead.
Maybe, but genuinely though, like Red Dead, as clunky as the controls can be at times, it is, especially at the beginning. Once you get over that, I mean, I'm usually the person that says that gameplay is way more important than the story, which I still think it is, but I think the gameplay does work. You just have to get used to it. I mean, that's not really an excuse.
Yeah.
He shouldn't move as slow as he moves, Arthur, but
the controls are fine once you get used to them.
Yeah.
The problem I got is sometimes you need the same button for certain, same buttons used for multiple things.
Yeah.
And that can throw you off. And sometimes they'll just get L2 and R2 mixed up. I got to someone and they want to help. Well, no, but you go to talk to someone.
R2's right trigger.
Yeah.
Left trigger.
Yeah, you press your left trigger to speak to someone, don't you?
Yeah.
But
Sometimes you accidentally hit R2 and then he aims it's gone.
I'm not like mixed up, but I accidentally hit the wrong one.
Yeah.
Like I'm not because I'm going to go left and right. I just go, I press the trigger and I shoot him and I'm like, oh fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And then I get a witness or a bounty or a whole time trying to shoot me up.
I rarely get that problem though.
Not now, but I did at the beginning.
Yeah. But yeah, to me though, that is my game of the year. But that granted, I haven't played that many games this year.
I mean, God of War also won Best Direction. Again,
I haven't played it, so I couldn't say.
Red Dead Redemption won Best Narrative.
That makes sense to me.
They also won the Best Score / Music.
Yeah.
Audio Design, and Roger Clark, who played Arthur Morgan, won Best Performance.
Yeah.
So it
all deserving.
It didn't win nothing.
No, but
it did well.
I was gonna on the narrative point though. That I think this is Rockstar's most well written game that they've ever done. Because I was a big fan of GTA 4's story. I thought that was a really well written story. If you remember that, like years ago.
You find sometimes.
And also, I thought GTA 5 had its moments of good writing as well. I think it got a bit messy towards the end.
Yeah, and at times as well, it got a bit far fetched in it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But GTA games normally do, don't they?
Generally, yeah. I think but like apart from GTA 4, which I thought was a really well done, grinded story.
Yeah.
And I think this is, and also Red Dead 1, obviously.
Yeah.
I think Red Dead 2 is the best Rockstar game in terms of narrative since Red Dead 1 and GTA 4. Like those three are like what they have to beat now. They've set the bar, I think.
Yeah, this game. Well, I don't mean this game just sets a bar for Rockstar games going forward.
Sets a bar for all open world games. Yeah.
Because literally, I think when they said every person is interactable.
Yeah.
I mean they are.
Yeah, they are. But
I mean that's
just
still a big jump though, isn't it? From a lot of other games.
Well, to be fair, they did that with Bully.
Yeah, but there was like 7 people in Bully.
Yeah, but there are also adults and shit. And,
there's less people though.
Yeah.
And like you speak to the redhead girl, say, give her a kiss, walk around the corner, and she's
there again because she's phoned. But the reason they did that was because they wanted you to know them as students. Like they wanted you to think that they were your classmates and not just some random NPCs that you don't know the difference between. Because you when you're at school, you do recognize people, don't you?
Yeah.
So that was why they did that. But also with the hardware, they could only. It was PS2, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, Red Dead.
They do loads of stuff in this game and I like. Then there's like loads of like little side quests, and some of them aren't even side quests. You literally just give someone say 50 cents, but then you'll come back one time, they'll remember you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Or there was a time where I was in a bar and I antagonised a prostitute, and then I come back like a few days later, it would have been in the game time.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh, that's that whatever again. I won't let him."
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Also,
if he paid me $400, I was like, "I bet you would."
Yeah, I bet you would pay you $400. But I've noticed though, I don't know if it was a glitch or whether I actually did do something, but I can't remember and I couldn't remember it. I keep walking through towns and they're like, "You're not going to cause any trouble, are you?" Like, I didn't do anything.
Goes to missions as well.
Maybe, yeah.
When you do a mission and you like do something in a town.
Oh yeah. No, because I went to Blackwater.
When you go to Valentine, they say it as well.
Yeah, but I went to Blackwater and I hadn't done anything, and then they said, "You better not cause any more trouble."
Yeah, but
so I didn't do anything.
In the story.
No, in the story I didn't do anything in Blackwater yet.
No. Yeah, originally though, at the beginning
of course,
they started off in Blackwater.
Yeah.
So even though you don't see that, that's what happens.
So they remember you from all that time?
They must do, yeah. That's
it's just like years later at this point.
Thing, isn't it?
I don't know.
That's the only thing that logically makes sense.
For me, Red Dead is my game of the year, but I haven't played many games this year in all honesty. I played Spider-Man and I played... I think that's it.
I think though, with the 2 games that stood out this year, like I said, with Red Dead I'm still playing now.
Yeah.
I did get a little bit sidetracked with the online when that launched.
I haven't even tried that yet. I would like to though.
I did get a bit sidetracked for a little bit, but I'm going back to the story now. But yeah, I think that and Spider-Man were games that I sat down and I got hooked with.
Yeah.
I mean, the only difference I would say between... I think Red Dead is a better game, but there was a point at Red Dead at the beginning where I was like, I wasn't sure if I liked it.
Just the snow part.
Yeah, at the beginning. Once you get into it, it gets good.
Yeah.
But I think with Spider-Man, I was just like, as soon as you jump out of that window...
Yeah.
And you're just into it then, aren't you?
Do you know, I don't know why they started off with the snow. in Red Dead. Why didn't they just start off like they did with GTA 5, where they just do the Blackwater robbery?
I don't know. They wanted to. I don't know. I don't know, but like it was very tutorial heavy.
Yeah.
And I think the main reason for that is because there's so much stuff that you have to do in this game.
You play GTA 5. That opens perfectly.
Yeah.
It teaches you how to do everything, and it's fast paced.
Yeah.
And it's not overly complicated. It's not hard.
There's a lot more stuff to do in this game than there is in GTA.
Yeah, of course. But you introduce that after you get someone hooked into it. Because you hook someone with the first opening mission, and then you slow things down and show them how to do the more complicated stuff. I don't know why they didn't do that, because there's literally a robbery that they're running from at the moment. But then again, I suppose the story is like the robbery didn't just happen. It's happened like a little while ago, and they're still on the run. So
yeah,
I suppose they're probably just looking at it purely from a story standpoint, and they thought, well, they have to start here.
Yeah.
And then they'll eventually end up here. Once the game opens up, though, I think it's brilliant. It's my favorite open world game since, like, in recent years, since Zelda Breath of the Wild came out.
Yeah. So is that only this year, Breath of the Wild, or was it a year before?
No, that was the year before. Yeah. It wasn't this year. It definitely wasn't this year. No. In fact, I think it might have been the year before last.
They're completely different games, aren't they?
We know, but I just mean, as an open world game, this reminded me of that in a way. In terms of, like, in Zelda, I would be riding and I'd see something in the distance and I'd go to it.
Yeah.
And I do exactly the same thing in this game, and that is, for me, the mark of a great open world game, is you want to explore. Because I find in GTA a lot of the time, as much as I like those games, I'm usually going from mission to mission, and I'm not enjoying the world. And I think the good thing about Red Dead is it is a slow game, but it forces you, because you only got a horse.
Yeah.
It forces you to slow down, and your horse runs out of stamina and stuff, so you have to take care of it and things like that. You start forming a bond with it, you care about it.
Yeah, because my horse fucking died.
It's emotional when they die, man. If you've had them for a long time, but then you be riding through and you'll see something, and you'll go and explore it. And someone might come out of the bushes and try to shoot you. They might shoot your horse, and then you'll be upset, and you'll just kill the shit out of everyone around you.
Yeah, that's what I did. I was riding along, and little spoiler for the story, when you have to go up to the caves and kill those wrong turn looking people.
Yeah.
And then they jumped out of the tree, started shooting me because we obviously shot up there.
Yeah, I had that as well.
And then they killed my horse.
I had one.
I did, like, do you know when you imagine in your head, like, I was like, no, I was like with my shotgun shooting them all.
Yeah. And you've got adrenaline pumping. You're genuinely pissed off.
I wanted to give my horse a funeral, but all I had was dynamite to set on fire.
You wanted to, like, burn it.
I wanted to burn it as a funeral, but it felt too disrespectful to dynamite.
Yeah, you don't want to really blow your horse up.
So I took off the saddle, and then I walked very slowly to, I found a farm with a load of horses in.
And blew them up.
No, I took one. I was like, which one looks the prettiest?
That's why your honour's all the way down. You're stealing the horses left, right, and centre.
Why could I not steal a horse? My horse is dead. How was I supposed to get home?
My horse did not die through the entire game. I was riding on it. It nearly did, though. I was riding. It was in the last camp that you go to. Is near there, and I was riding along.
Is there another camp after the cave? Is there?
No, that's the one.
That's the last camp.
And I was riding along, and these hillbilly people jumped out. It was the Murphy gang.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they jumped out and they grabbed my horse, and then they all had guns and shit. And they were and I had to stop. And like the game forced me to stop because they grabbed it, and they were like, "You better get off the horse, or we're gonna shoot you. Just get off the horse." And Arthur was like, "I understand." So you could get off the horse, but I decided the bloke that was to my left and grabbing my horse, you can kick people when you're on your horse. I kicked him, and I went into Deadeye, and I started shooting them. I shot most of them, but then they didn't get all of them. So I didn't. Eventually, it was a little bit messy, so I had to like ride off and then shoot it from a distance. But for like a few seconds, it was pretty cool. But my horse nearly died then, and I was terrified that it was going to die. I used to tell it to flee all the time.
Well, my horse. That wasn't the first time my horse died. My horse died twice. But I was in the middle of a mission taking the sheriff to the Callaway bloke, and I fell off a cliff and my horse died. So I threw Callaway because it wouldn't let me shoot him. I thought if I kill him, then it'll restart to a checkpoint and my horse will be back. So I chucked him into a river. He drowned, and then I reset and my horse was back.
Right.
Have you not played the online school yet?
No, I haven't played online yet. I'm going to play it though soon.
It's quite fun, especially if you're on with people you know as well.
Yeah. It's not very balanced though, is it, in terms of like economically?
Not at the moment, but it's still a beta. I think they obviously did it as beta, so then when they bring out a full version, which they can take everyone's complaints in the hand, then they can go, well, this is just a beta, and change things around. And if they release it online and they get a little negative feedback, people are going to be more likely not to come back straight away than if it's a beta. They expect bugs and stuff, don't they?
Yeah, I suppose.
Plus, they did it as a beta because last time when they did GTA Online, everything crashed.
Yeah, it did.
And
I remember
they
that.
wanted to fade.
I stayed away from GTA Online until it was like fully up and running.
Because with this one, they faded people in, didn't they? So they did the like people that paid for the unlimited.
Yeah, but they phased them in throughout a whole week. Though.
Yeah,
it was like every day.
It was still like a test, wasn't it, to see if the server would go? Because they did the ultimate people first. You have the ultimate one. You just buy normal.
I have a special edition one.
Yeah,
but it wasn't. It wasn't ultimate because that was like £100 or something.
Yeah, no, they did like the people.
I paid like 70 for mine.
Yeah, I think it was the special edition and ultimate people first, and then they did the people that paid it within the first day.
Yeah.
Then the first like 2 days or something, and then they paid it and then everybody.
I also bought the guide, which is well worth buying if you like want to find everything in the game.
Did you have the guide for Breath of the Wild as well?
Yeah, I never really used it though in that game, just because I couldn't be bothered. And also, it didn't seem. I don't know if I missed something. I didn't really look at it properly, but it doesn't seem to tell you where all the shrines are. I thought it would.
Remember.
I thought that would be the point.
I think it tells you where the areas the shrines are.
Yeah, but it don't show you the actual location on the map.
It kind of tells you how to do the shrines, but not well enough, I thought.
What, did you buy the guide?
Yeah, I had the guide for Breath of the Wild.
If I ever didn't know how to do a shrine in that game, I used to just YouTube it. Yeah. It's easier. Because I actually found myself using quite a lot of
for other stuff as well.
Yeah.
I didn't tend to use it really.
No, once you master the controls, that game is actually. I wouldn't say easy. It is quite punishing, but it's not that hard.
The only thing I didn't really like about it was the durability of the weapons. Didn't feel like they lasted very long.
No, but it forced you to improvise, which I thought was fun.
But I felt like I didn't.
It's just annoying when you're fighting a boss.
Yeah, I didn't mind the weapons breaking and stuff. Because I tried to get the Master Sword as soon as I could.
Yeah.
And I got it very quickly.
I got it. I tried to do a shitload of shrines to get the Master Sword.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but that game's a game that you can kind of do it however you want. Because you could just go straight to Ganon straight away. You die.
That's what I liked about it though.
But you could go to the boss very quickly. I'm sure some people probably did beat it straight away. Because there are people like that, aren't there?
Yeah. Did you play God of War?
Yeah, I never finished it though.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I would like to play that.
I think it's one of those games. It is a story game.
Yeah.
But I feel like when it slows down and you're doing side stuff, it kind of just detracts from the story.
Yeah, it's kind of open in it as well. Like,
a little bit, to an extent.
Like the areas, you can explore them more.
Like a bit like Uncharted.
Yeah,
kind of. You
the
can
newest
Uncharted,
yeah.
Yeah. But it's not like... Because the one thing I really liked about Red Dead is not just the side... that there's loads of side stuff to do, but most of the side stuff you do adds to the experience. Like in terms of maybe the story... or
narratively it does, yeah.
It adds some up where... In a lot of games, a side mission is just a side mission.
Yeah, like all the side missions have cutscenes in Red Dead, and all of them affect your honour in some way as well, depending on the sorts of decisions you make in a lot of them.
But some of them... like
there's so much in that game that is just like... Just the way that you can make Arthur sort of the person... I mean, the story plays out the way it plays out generally.
Yeah.
Like, there are things... But there are whole... strings of missions, actual missions that you can miss.
Yeah.
If you don't make a certain decision. No, not even side stuff.
Oh.
Not a whole string, but there are a couple.
Someone I work with, do you know the mission where you have to break Mike out?
Yeah.
He's out of town. He didn't do that.
Well, you didn't have to break him out?
No, he broke out on his own. So he didn't go to
I didn't know you could do that.
No, that's because I was saying about that mission.
It's a little handy tip there. You don't have to get a bounty on your head then if you just leave him in there.
So he gets out in a way. I don't like that.
But he gets out no matter what, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate him.
Well, I don't know how the story gets out, but I read a small spoiler which I won't say on here.
No.
Then again, it sounds like a lot of people complete this game.
Most people have at this point, I think, who give a shit, but I would not spoil it yet.
Yeah.
Because I haven't completed it either.
Oh.
I'm I'm in the epilogue.
No, but I think the spoiler I know you would have done.
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
With Did you got anything else to say on Game of the Year or Red Dead or?
No, we didn't really talk about Game of the Year because God of War was the Game of the Year, but I didn't really play it.
I mean,
Yeah, the whole awards.
I mean,
yeah.
Plus,
Red Dead won all the ones that it deserved to win.
I
for me, it would have been Game of the Year, but that's because I didn't play many games.
The disadvantage that Red Dead had was that the voting for this came out technically just before it was out.
Yeah.
So people would have been voting as well. Because some people aren't going to be like... I know it says you can vote every 24 hour.
Yeah.
If I was to vote on someone, I'm not going to go on it every day. I'd do my one vote and that was it.
Yeah.
That's how I would do it anyway.
But then there's a lot of people that... Because do you have to be 18 to vote?
I think it's just like a poll you go
exactly. So it's like there are a bunch of kids. That's why Fortnite won so many awards, because I don't think Fortnite it's just battle royale. Why don't know why people love it so much?
They do have a story thing on it you can buy, don't they?
I don't know.
I played it once because everyone kept going on about how they come second or stuff.
I played it. I hid in a bush for like the whole match and nearly won, and then I died.
No, everyone's going on about how hard it is to come second or in the top 10 and
really
stuff.
Easy, just don't fight anyone.
Well, no, I did it like I would like a normal game. I was going down looking for people to kill, killed a few people. And then I was 8th. I finished 8th, and the only reason I died was because I thought there was more. Like, it wasn't a big gap from a roof to the thing. So I built like.
So you died from fall damage.
Yeah, you build stuff.
Yeah.
So I was building stuff to get down. I thought, that's a big enough gap. So I jumped and I died.
Oh,
and that's why I finished 8th. So.
Fuck.
Maybe that's the only time I ever played it.
I'd rather play PUBG if I was going to play a game like that. Even though PUBG is like apparently full of hackers, but
apparently Red Dead's got a battle royale online.
Yeah, but all games have for years. We used to play free for all on Call of Duty all the time.
Do you know what I find surprising is that because the GTA Online, I know it's a bit better than it was with GTA 4.
Yeah.
But there was an open world online GTA game, and same with Red Dead. There was an open world online game you could play. And I'm surprised they didn't pick up then, because even though I didn't have proper stories, I would decide stuff and you could ride around. Yeah. So I'm surprised that I didn't get more attention back then.
Yeah.
Because we used to go on GTA 4 online a little bit.
Yeah,
because you remember there was that like helicopter mission, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I went off to make food.
That was fun. GTA 4 was fun online, like when it actually.
Yeah, worked. But I'm surprised it didn't get much more attention then.
I don't think it's because GTA 4.
Yeah, the online.
It's because it was not great. Like it wasn't that good.
It was fun though, guys. Like you can go online, you can free roam still.
Yeah,
and then you could join with your mates and do some missions that were fun.
I remember I had the same problem that I have with GTA 5 is that you try to load up an actual match of some sort, and it could never load it. Like it would take ages, and half the time people would leave, and then it wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with Rockstar, but why is it that in Call of Duty, I can load into a game like straight away? Like it takes me literally about 10 seconds to load up a game.
With those older GTA Online games and then the Call of Duty games, you're always going to have a load of people online. Like you're going to have millions of people.
That's what I'm saying. GTA 4 took ages to load up.
Yeah, GTA 4 I don't think would have had as many people online.
Oh, maybe not. No. But so like.
Well, yeah,
there's shitloads of people playing GTA 5, right?
Yeah, online.
And that takes ages to load up
that's
a match. I don't understand why it takes so long. Why is it? There's no excuse for it, really.
No.
If Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered that I bought, right?
Yeah, but that would have had loads of people as well. That would have more people than GTA.
No, it wouldn't.
I think it would.
No, GTA 5 is one of the most popular online games around at the moment.
But I think Call of Duty
way more popular than a remaster of a game from years ago.
No, because the thing is, people want to play Call of Duty. There's a lot of people that want to play Call of Duty games, but they don't like the new ones. And then the game that they love comes back remastered. They're gonna go to that, aren't they?
Yeah, I thought that, but I played it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, was it you? I did it online, just you and me on a map.
Probably at some point, yeah.
I did it with Fred as well, and I hid in a place, and I wait down. I was like, oh, there. I can't remember what I said now, but I said something about where I was. Yeah. And he would have knew where it was. He went, oh, he's there. So he ran after me, and I was like, just camped there waiting for him to run through the tunnel. And he come running through this tunnel, and I killed him.
That game was cool. That game was fun back in the day. I used to play it at school. That's how long ago that game came out. I was still at school.
But I waited because they were crafty, and they were like, oh, you can buy our brand new game and get Modern Warfare with it.
Yeah.
Or you just don't get Modern Warfare at first.
Yeah, and eventually
because I ended up getting both because in the end, because they were on sale and it was like 25 quid and you get both. So over 25 quid and you get 2 games. But I never played the main game. I just played the Modern Warfare Remastered.
Did you hear about Kevin Hart?
I did. I didn't read the tweets though. All I know is that he's left hosting the Oscars because of some tweets and
I
stuff.
have the tweet. Everyone have tweets here. Do you know I prematurely tweeted my outrage about it because what it was, as I thought that he was just stepping down because of an old stand-up joke that was homophobic, but not like to the point where like it was disgusting.
Yeah.
Said in in a comedic way, it could have been like funny for the time that it came out.
Well, yeah.
So I thought, oh well, this is ridiculous. I think my original tweet was how long before Eddie Murphy steps down from voicing Donkey in Shrek because of his 1983 stand-up Delirious, where he's talking about the faggot section of an audience. Do you know what I mean? Like that, that wouldn't fly nowadays, but that was back then.
Yeah,
but
that's what the problem. People.
But then I read the tweets of Kevin Hart's, and I read one of them, and it is quite bad. It was, I got it here. It says, "Yo, if my son comes home and tries to play with my daughter's dollhouse, I'm going to break it over his head, and say in my voice, 'Stop, that's gay.'" Yeah. What the fuck? He's going to break the dollhouse over his child's head and scream that he's gay. That's quite bad. Yeah. That's not even a joke at that point either. I don't know whether that was even in the context of some sort of conversation. That's not right.
I mean, I didn't read much into it before. I just heard that he'd left because of some tweets. But at the same time, it's easy to read it and think, is obviously someone that's been brought up from the past, which is able to talk.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the stuff that people get dragged up now, maybe in context today, is not great. But it's different
times change, people change. But I'm not defending Kevin Hart because that was a pretty bad tweet.
Yeah, it's like the James Gunn thing, where the James Gunn thing was really bad. I know this is different.
Yeah.
The James Gunn thing, that stuff he said was really bad, but it was like 10 years.
And they were in context as well. Yeah. If you look at the context of those jokes, the James Gunn tweets, as unfunny as they were, a lot of them it was like, well, some of them were retweets, by the way. They weren't even all his. They tried to say they were his tweets. Yeah. Some of them were just retweets, and some of them, it was literally a hashtag that was going around at the time that was like, was it like change a movie title and make it dirty or something like that?
Yeah.
And he was just making kids' films into dirty films by changing their titles, and it was, it wasn't necessarily that funny, but it wasn't like, I was never offended by it. You know what I mean?
But people change as well, because he's obviously not that same person. He doesn't do it anymore 10 years on.
Who, James Gunn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, I don't know, was that a tweet, you know?
Kevin Hart. I don't know when the tweet was, but the
his
stand-up...
kids can't be that old though, can they?
No, but the stand-up that they also referenced was from 2010. And he said...
It's a while ago, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a long while ago.
2010 always sounds like it's so...
I know, it sounds like it's because we're getting old. Time goes faster the older you get. You ever notice how your childhood was going really slowly, and then all of a sudden you hit 16 and you just fucking everything. You're like 20 odd.
Yeah, I know. After like,
now you've got a child.
I know. I was speaking to someone today, and I was like, they're on about like how when you're a certain age, or not when you're a certain age, but if say you wanted to know how young you could date, you'd have to divide your age by 2 and add 7.
Right.
And
you've already lost me.
So, like, say we're 24, so the youngest person you could date is 19 because you'd half your age, and then add 7 onto it.
Right, yeah.
But anyway, I was just like, what's my age? Am I 24? Am I 25? I had to think about it because I wasn't sure how old I was for a second. I think that just comes from school as well, because in school you're used to like each year and you're a different age, and you know what I mean? But once you're an adult...
I don't know, don't forget my age.
I know.
In fact, I'm constantly reminded of it. I'm always thinking of it.
I lose track. I think I'm younger than I am. Maybe it's just wishful thinking.
I dread every birthday. I hate getting older.
Maybe I just think, I'm still like 19. It's fine.
Definitely not 19. It's anyway. His tweet in the his tweet. It was his Kevin Hart stand up from 2010. He said, "One of my biggest fears is my son growing up and being gay. That's a fear. Keep in mind, I'm not homophobic. I have nothing against gay people. Be happy. Do what you want to do. But me being a heterosexual male, if I can prevent my son from being gay, I will." Now that sounds horrible in print, right? But I guarantee you, in his delivery, I'm sure it was like at least vaguely humorous at the time that he said it.
I bet.
But he's even said in 2015 that he would never say that joke nowadays. Yeah. It's just people change, don't they? But the tweet was bad.
I wonder if he actually really cares if his son was gay, to be honest.
I don't think he would at this point, but he might have at one point. I mean, in all honesty, nobody wants their child. No, don't get me wrong. There was absolutely nothing. I would not be bothered in any way whatsoever if I had a child and they turned out gay. But a lot of kids go through quite a confusing time, especially if they go through a confusing time anyway, and especially if they're gay. Like, why would you wish that upon your child anyway?
Yeah.
But that's obviously not what he was saying in the stand-up anyway. But he. But yeah, the stand-up I think could have been forgiven. That's why I originally was like, this is ridiculous. But the tweet is very bad, so I deleted my outrage tweet.
We'll be like Hank Moody wishing our...
Don't reference Hank Moody on his podcast. He is a known misogynist. Most people would argue. It's from Californication for anyone who doesn't know, and we like that show.
He's openly willing his daughter to be a lesbian.
Oh yeah. It doesn't old reference. I don't know where you're referencing Californication now. It's not even that popular of a show.
It's popular for me.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, Kevin Hart is a bit of a dick. Is basically what we were trying to say.
I don't know if that's any reason though for him not to do the Oscars.
Well, he's not. He said he's stepping down, but that means that the Oscars have said what the fuck, and he's been like they probably said to him, all right, you can announce that you're stepping down.
A lot of these things though are things that are public for everyone. You can see this stuff before. So if people are going to be that, because it's happened so many.
But you don't.
No, but it's happened so.
Bad.
But it's happened so many times now. Surely these big corporations like this are in the public eye. You should start looking at that. Yeah. So otherwise, what's going to happen is you make yourself look like a dick. You're going to hire someone and then let a load of fucking
the Oscars
people on Twitter.
The Oscars aren't the ones that
you've got nothing better
because he said he's stepping down.
No, but I bet it's not just his decision.
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah,
but they've said tell everyone that you're stepping down, but we're firing you.
Yeah, but so maybe it is time to start going through people's tweets because otherwise you're letting this one fat man behind a computer. You watch the World of Warcraft.
Is he definitely fat?
You watch the World of Warcraft South Park episode.
Yeah.
Is
it that guy? Is he responsible for all of this? He's taken down all of the celebrities.
You got a guy like that behind a computer going.
Yeah.
What's
he doing?
Heavy breathing.
Right.
And he's finding these tweets and fucking posting them, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, Kevin Hart said this." No, well, obviously not. Like that.
I know.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You're saying a load of fucking losers are like digging through people's old tweets.
They
are,
aren't they? Because you've got nothing better to do than to break down a celebrity because you're jealous of something they're doing, or maybe.
While I don't condone the tweet that, well, apparently there were multiple tweets, but that's the only one that I could find that Kevin Hart tweeted. There are instances where this has occurred and it hasn't been warranted, like the firing and stuff, like with James Gunn.
But if they,
who else was it as well?
But if they vetted this stuff before, and then hired a person anyway, and then it comes up, they say, well, we've seen it, this person's different, so we're not doing anything about it. Or they just don't hire the person in the first place because they've seen this stuff.
The Oscars is fucking dumb anyway. Don't get me wrong, I like knowing who won and shit, but at the end of the day,
I think it's good to have recognition for films.
It means nothing.
No,
half the what won last year? Shape of Water, and there were other films that were just 10 times better than that film.
Yeah, there are films. There's always going to be but then it also goes down to personal preference as well. There's going to be a handful of people, or maybe more than a handful of people, that probably think Shape of Water deserved it. I bought it on 4K and never watched it.
No.
But yeah.
But Free Billboards came out last year, didn't it?
Yeah, that was a good film. That would have been my film.
That would have been my best picture. I love that film, and people had problems with that as well. The fucking lynch mob.
I think what's its name? Fucking Hailee Steinfeld.
God knows, I know what you're talking about.
Hailee Steinfeld, Woody Harrelson. What's the film called?
Woody Harrelson.
Edge of 17. I mean, that film probably deserved more.
That was good.
Not awards, but more recognition. Than it did.
Didn't that win a written award?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it won anything major anyway.
It might not have been at the Oscars, but I think it won it's like the Writers Guild or something like that. I'm not sure.
The thing is with the Oscars, they're kind of set in their ways. It's good.
They can be, but they tried to change something, didn't they?
Yeah.
They tried to do that most popular film, which was a bullshit category. Yeah, it was a bullshit category in the first place. And all it would have been all the little kids were the way that Game of the Year, a lot of little kids voting and shit like that. It would have just been a lot of idiots voting for Transformers or some shit like that.
But there's
and also, do you know
recognition for films are good though, especially when lower films. You can argue about The Shape of Water, but it's not a big film. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a film that draws people in. Like these
No, there was a
blockbusters.
shitload of people who didn't watch it.
Yeah, and like and sometimes if a film wins an Oscar or a small film like that, it'll get people to watch it.
Yeah.
So the Oscars is good in that way. And some people watch the films that are nominated as well, because if it's nominated for Best Picture, people want to see it.
Yeah, I suppose I can be guilty of that sometimes. Sometimes if someone wins a lot of awards, I will take notice of it.
Yeah, and I
So
think
it does
I
work.
think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like to an extent. I mean, I don't always agree with the Oscars, but I think it can be necessary sometimes.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, it does bring more attention to films that might not necessarily get it.
Because even though we could argue that sometimes these big blockbusters maybe do deserve nomination, sometimes not always.
Rarely.
Sometimes
Not for Best Picture.
There's rare occasions where they could have been voted for somewhat and they haven't been. But the good thing about the Oscars is you've got so many like indie films that get nominated, and it does draw attention to them.
Yeah,
The only thing I don't like about the Oscars is they sometimes do like they make the category awards for stuff just so they win somewhat.
Well, that's gone now anyway.
With the Best Picture,
Yeah,
they tried to do with the.
They tried to do most popular film,
but
which would have just been the film that made
when
most money.
Beauty and the Beast was nominated for Best Picture, they ended up just doing a Best category, Best animated film, which is fine. But then that means that you won't get an animated film nominated for Best Picture because it's got its own category now.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Which
though.
Beauty and the Beast maybe isn't well, I don't know. Maybe then it might have been. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, there may be an animated film that comes out that actually is better than the film that wins Best Oscar. But it won't get the same recognition because it can only win what's in it. It's in its own category.
Yeah,
now.
I see what you're saying.
But all films are still. They're still a film, isn't it? Still should be in the Best Pictures.
I get what you're saying. It's still a film. Why is it being
the only film I
separated
think
from?
that is worth its own award, like its own separate thing in terms of movies, is maybe Best Foreign Picture, because foreign films can be harder for people to watch.
Well, yeah. Well, no, not always.
Well, it depends. Some people aren't that into it. Sometimes because foreign films aren't as well advertised over here.
Yeah.
They do get overlooked more. So maybe when you got your own category for it, it's only. But then again, that's only going to be the film that wins it gets the recognition.
The only thing that deters me from foreign films is obviously the subtitles.
Yeah.
Only because obviously I can read, but but it's just
it's not the same, is it?
You can't judge someone's acting when one, you don't know the language. So you don't know if they're delivering those lines in the way that they should be. And two, you can't watch their performance because you're constantly reading, especially if it's a really dialogue-based film. Like I don't mind watching a subtitled like kung fu film or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that I really watch those kind of films anyway, but if I did,
a lot of the time they got really bad voiceovers anyway. Like, they're
they
really
can
badly dubbed, aren't they?
Yeah. But like I can watch like an action film that has subtitles. That's fine. But if it was something like just a film that was really dialogue heavy.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Then I would struggle because I like to watch the performances.
Yeah.
And not have to worry about.
I think
diverting my eyes away. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I think Best Foreign Picture is the only one that I would say is deserving of being secondary, even though it's still like I class the Academy Awards for Best Animated Picture and that is kind of like a kiddie award.
Yeah.
Or not a kiddie award, but it's like there you go, just have this kind of thing. It doesn't really count for much if you win it.
Yeah, no one really talks about the best animated film today.
The film that only gets talked about is the film that wins the Best Picture, and Best Director can sometimes get a bit of a buzz around it, and usually the Best Actress and Actor.
I think Into the Spider-Verse might get some attention.
I think it will. I think it'll get nominated for Best Animated Film. I've not seen too.
Do you think though? Because there's been a few animated films like this year.
Going by the ratings, because it's one of the only animated films I've seen this year that doesn't have a negative rating against it at the minute.
Yeah.
Not saying that is a perfect film, because it's not.
It was very good though.
Yeah, it's very good, but the average rating is, I think I read 8.5 out of 10. So some people would have obviously rated it lower, but some people would rate it higher. But overall, all the reviews are positive. Because it's got to mean something, surely. Yeah. Like even Wreck-It Ralph that's come out, there are some negatives. It's mostly positive reviews, but there's a couple of negatives.
I saw John C. Reilly on Sway in the morning, the radio station. I saw him rapping, because obviously he's promoting Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah. And he rapped to like Sugar Hill Gang or whatever they were called. Rap group from back in the day. That's why I was noteworthy. I thought it was funny.
Have you watched the first Wreck-It Ralph?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it looked funny, but I would never.
It was good because I didn't.
Never that worried about watching it.
I didn't really tend to watch the kid films that weren't anything really to do with my childhood.
Yeah.
So like, say when like Frozen and stuff comes out.
Yeah, I
didn't
never
really
watched
care
it.
about stuff like that.
Never watched
but
it.
when Toy Story 3 came out, obviously I was gonna go see that.
You seen the new Toy Story trailer?
Yeah, it was fine. It was funny. The sport was funny.
Yeah, that's what the best thing. But it makes me think that they're going to come up with some sort of lore about how toys become sentient. Do you know what I mean? How they become like alive.
Maybe.
Whereas like, because it was obviously a
maybe
sport,
just
yeah.
do every object.
Yeah, exactly. Because you could just draw a face on your sofa and suddenly your sofa's
You could have
alive.
the brave little toaster into it.
Stop going on about this film. I've never seen it. I don't know anyone that's seen it either.
I know. I speak about it at work and people were like,
What the fuck is the brave little toaster? So why is it with Disney
There's a
making
trilogy.
inanimate objects?
It's a trilogy, The Brave Little Toaster. Disney made 3 of those films.
I never
Brave
saw
Little
them in my
Toaster,
life.
The Brave Little Toaster to the Rescue, and The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars.
God, that sounds horrible.
It was great.
I think I vaguely remember the trailer for Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars before. I think it was on the VHS tape.
Yeah.
Like, you know when they used to show the trailers at the beginning, and it was just before Oliver and Company.
Yeah, that's a good film.
That was just Oliver Twist, which I didn't
Yeah.
know. I didn't realise
Yeah,
that when I was a
yeah,
child.
like, yeah. The Brave Little Toaster doesn't get anything over here. Like, Disney don't sell it in the UK. You can get an American copy of it.
I'm telling you, it's some weird cult classic that I've never heard of.
There's a scary clown in the first one as well.
You ever watched The Black Cauldron?
Yeah, that's a good film.
That was a good
That's
film.
quite dark.
Yeah.
They're doing
that was supposed to be darker as well, but Disney
they're
was
doing a
like,
live
"Well,
action version of that. I read. I swear I read that. Anyway.
I'd be surprised because it didn't do very well.
I swear I read that. Maybe it was Sword in the Stone actually.
It probably was. They already did that. Sort of. They did King Arthur.
Disney are doing a load of like live action films now though.
Let's talk about Lion King.
Oh yeah.
The Lion King trailer came out and it looks like Lion King. So what the fuck else is it?
I think it did look good and like
fine. Like it's just Lion King.
I think it will be good.
I would prefer if they just re-released the original.
They did.
I'd go and see that.
No, not in the cinema though. They released the DVD.
Well, yeah, re-release it in the cinema. I guarantee you, a shitload of people still watch it.
I think it'll be
the exact
good.
same.
As long as they do what they kind of do with the Jungle Book and put their own little twist on it, yeah, it'll be fine. I think they need to cut some of the songs loose.
And like Disney are just running out of ideas, I reckon.
No, I don't
They're just making live action films
yeah,
of their already animated
that,
films.
Though. I think they just jumped on board with the times. Everything's being rehashed and rebooted. So
Also, can we stop calling Lion King a live action remake?
Yeah, it's CGI.
Because it is complete CGI, and if it is live action, that means there's a human in there. I do not want to see that. I'm pointing at the microphone as if there's someone.
I don't know. I think that they did this. They did the smart thing with the trailer. They made it look like what people want to see.
Well, I didn't want to see that.
Well, that's what the majority of people don't want to see the Lion King like
don't get me
CGI
wrong.
or whatever. They want to see that, don't they? And it's not even that. It was the music. I think is they use the music.
The same music again.
Yeah, and that's
the same music.
Yeah. And they use
the same voice from Mufasa.
Yeah. But to be honest, I think because obviously a lot of the voice actors are different.
Yeah,
I really hope they didn't give Beyonce her own song in it though.
They're going to. Why the hell would you get Beyonce in your film if you weren't going to make her sing? Because she's not exactly an actress.
I would do the same thing with the Jungle Book. I would cut out a few of the songs. One song that I like, but I would cut out is "I Just Can't Wait to Be King." I didn't think.
What the fuck? Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
why would you cut that out?
Because I don't think we need any songs in it really. Maybe
I'll tell you what. If they put "Morning Reporter" now, I'm gonna kick off.
Yeah.
Because that was the song that they added in.
But that was in the original musical. Was it a musical before it was
I don't
a
care
cartoon?
about the musical. I'm just sorry. I'm not. Just
Well,
that song because I tried to rewatch The Lion King.
Yeah.
Remember, like we had that old app that was like I think it was like illegal.
Yeah,
But,
it was
you
illegal.
told me about some app and I didn't know it
You're
was
not
illegal.
supposed to incriminate us on a podcast.
I didn't know it was illegal. It was entrapment. He called the police to my house and told me to use it. But basically, I was using this app that wasn't aware it was legal at the time, and I was trying to watch Lion King, and it was the new version of fucking Lion King with the shitty new music, and he ruined that scene for me because I remember that scene from when I was a kid.
The pouncing
And it didn't have any song in it, and he ruined it with a song. And I was really annoyed.
No, they won't do that song. I don't think.
I hope not.
I'm hoping they drop a lot of the songs, and I hope they do the kind of thing with like.
They better keep Hakuna Matata.
Well,
of course they're gonna do that.
Yeah, they will. But with the Jungle Book, the bare necessity is they kind of didn't do a proper song.
No, but I guarantee you Hakuna Matata is gonna be a proper song.
But I don't think it needs it.
What about
I don't think the songs need music.
What's the song?
Yeah, but that's the only song I think you could use. But I don't think it needs to be sung. I think they could use that song again.
I don't know. I think those songs are fine. I just don't. Yeah, I would agree with you on just Can't Wait to Be King. You don't really need that.
No, I think they could cut all the songs on there. Maybe Hakuna Matata
that would be a
more back to forth thing, and then just make it obviously not totally dark, but a bit more grittier, a bit more darker, a bit more. Because the thing is, it's like
pretty dark anyway. His fucking father gets trampled by whatever they are.
Cartoon suit musicals, where this CGI live action, whatever you want to call it.
Not live action.
Whatever you want to call it.
CGI.
Yeah, CGI. Because it's supposed to look realistic and stuff. Music probably doesn't fit it as well. Do you know what I mean? Like the most annoying thing about the Jungle Book was I really like that film. I'd go as far as saying it's better than the cartoon.
Yeah. I can't really remember.
But the Christopher Walken scene where he's quite dark and quite menacing.
Why is he so big?
I don't know.
He looks like King Kong or something.
It worked fine. He was quite dark and quite menacing, and he's like, so listen here, man, club, and start pointing at him, and he's singing, and he's in his Christopher Walken voice, which just makes it funny.
You sold me. I want to watch it.
I just couldn't help but laugh.
I don't know. I just think that what they're doing, aren't they? I'll tell you what I want a live action remake of. An actual live action remake. I want Mulan.
They're doing that.
But I want a real...
They're doing 2 Mulan.
Yeah, but good, because I don't want the Disney one. Fuck the Disney one. How does that work then?
The other one's Sony.
Couldn't it be like...
I'm sure it's Sony. There's 2 films of Mulan being made. One's Disney, one's Sony, and I put my money on Disney's ones.
Definitely. But I also put my money on Disney's being the safest one.
Maybe.
Because they're not going to put...
They'll get Eddie Murphy back.
They better not. They can't anyway. Have you never seen his stand-up?
Yeah.
You can't have that. He's not voicing Shrek anymore either. He's been replaced by...
I think with The Lion King, they did the right thing with getting James Earl Jones back as Mufasa. I think the other characters, they got rid of the original
Who's playing Scar?
The bloke who played, I don't know his name. Do you know in Doctor Strange?
No.
You watched Doctor Strange?
I have. I can't remember.
Do you know the black
from it.
guy?
The black guy.
Let's see if I get this.
No.
You know, is
he a main character?
Yeah, the main guy with Doctor Strange, and then at the end he kind of leaves.
Oh fuck me, vaguely. Yeah. I can't remember though.
But
who
he's
played
playing
him?
the voices. He's doing the voices.
I remember barely anything from.
And they got obviously Seth Rogen playing Pumbaa.
Makes sense. I think everybody when they saw that casting went, "Yep." There's nothing really surprising about that.
Just want to see.
Call it with the typing. That's going to sound loud on this
microphone. I just wanted to see.
What are you going
I wanted to see he was playing Sazu.
Oh, is
John Oliver?
Yes, which makes complete sense.
He looks like Sazu.
He does. His nose looks like a beak. Yeah, he completely is just. It may as well just been Rowan Atkinson because it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that all?
That's all the topics.
Is that all the topics? How long have we been going for?
1 hour and 2 minutes. It's longer than I thought.
Yeah. There's not a lot of news really that I could think to talk about.
There was obviously the trailers dropped. There's not too much. We need to see some more films we can talk about.
We need to do more reviews, man.
Yeah.
We bought. Alright, this person told me to buy this cinema. It was before your child was born, right?
Yeah.
And I completely get it, but before your child was born, you said, should we get one of those Cineworld Unlimited cards? Sponsors. But, and you said, and I said yes. But, I said, do you really think that you're going to be able to have time to do this? And you went, yeah, it'll be fine.
We can go still. But the thing is,
in all fairness, I don't really ever want to go half the time either, do I? Like, a lot of the time you're like, should we see this? And I'm like, we could.
I went to see the Meg without you.
I went to see the Meg without you.
Yeah, but you went to pay for it. You're not taking advantage of your card. You got a card you paid for, and you went to pay for it still.
I know, it was
easier.
That's
not really a film.
Yeah, but the person I was picking up lives in that direction. It would be easier for me to just go straight there.
Yeah, but was it really a film that was worth paying for?
I gotta admit, it was. I did quite enjoy some 3D shark action. Yeah, I watched it in 3D as well, so I paid.
Did you watch it in 3D?
Yes.
I hate watching films in 3D.
Jason Statham was right in my face.
I hate 3D films.
I swear, at the beginning of that film, he had a different accent to what he had halfway through.
I think he does.
It sounded like he was speaking American, trying to do an American accent badly in the early parts of the film. Me and
up on him.
yeah,
he just gave up on it. Yeah,
we both thought that, and then not halfway through, about quarter way into it, all of a sudden he had his English accent again.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I imagined it, but me and the person that went with me, we both thought that, so I kind of imagined it.
I don't know if we've been going on a bit too long to do a Spider-Man into Spider-Verse spoiler talk.
I don't think we should do a spoiler talk.
No, I just want to ask you one question about it though, which is a spoiler, so if you don't want to know, just cut off now.
Yes.
So, the Prowler, who we find out later is
Miles' uncle.
Were you surprised by that? Because I already knew from a comic I read that the Prowler was his uncle, so as soon as the Prowler shows up at the beginning, I already knew where it's going. Didn't know whether it would be revealed in this film, but I knew it was that's who it was.
I was surprised that it was him.
And was it a good reveal? To you? Because I already expected it, so when it turned up, I wasn't too shocked or surprised because I knew.
To be honest, I would have quite liked to have known more about that character.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really know. They killed him off as soon as he realised it was Miles.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kind of want to know why he was doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
Why was he that? And also, did the dad know that his brother was the Prowler?
I don't know if he knew he was a Prowler, but
he found him in the outfit and shit.
He does then.
So what did he think though? He wasn't even surprised. I'd be like, what the fuck? If I
I
found my dead brother and he was wearing this weird ass suit, I'd be like, what the hell?
I just wondered if it was a surprise one. Do you know, because
It did surprise me.
do you know Donald Glover in Homecoming?
Yeah.
That's his character.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know that, no. But
now
that you say it, it makes sense.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Do you think he'll be the Prowler? I don't
think I'll go that far. I think it was more a little Easter egg to say.
I thought that they were considering setting up a Miles Morales film with that Easter egg.
Maybe. I thought it was just an Easter egg to say, oh look, Miles Morales is in this road.
Possibly.
Not necessarily that he's gonna be anything.
Yeah.
Might be wrong.
Anyway, that's it for this week.
Yeah, episode
this
10.
month probably, because we do one once a month at this point.
Sometimes.
Like, subscribe, comment, follow us on Twitter.
Yeah. Our Twitter is up on the top.
Yeah, it's at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, you pointed out there's no camera on.
The butt is above, not us, but on the top. Yeah.
That's it.
Our actual Twitter's on there. I don't know if you want to follow them, to be honest.
You can do. If you want to see tweets of outrage over people getting fired and then quickly deleted after I actually do some research on it.
Or tell you what's good entertainment. Turn into his Twitter on a Saturday night.
Fuck, you don't want to see that.
But you need to do it on the Saturday night.
Well, I didn't tweet anything weird last Saturday.
Just in general.
No, I tweeted a joke that you didn't get, so you made fun of me. I did. I tweeted a joke. It was it wasn't even a good joke, but it was just something I thought was mildly amusing. Made fun of you. And you joined in. I don't know what Dean was talking about.
I didn't really join in on your joke though. I joined in on what Dean said.
Right, I made a tweet. It was terrible. It was something it was one of those tweets where it's you do the it was I said me, and it was excuse me waiter, is this gluten free? And the waiter says, actually it is, and I'm like, we'll take it back then. Yeah, because everybody's always complaining about things not being gluten free.
What did Dean put?
And Dean put, "Are you okay, hun?" And I was like, what?
And I put. I put, oh no, he's done drugs again. Just pat him on the head.
What was that about? When have I been known as a drug taker?
That time where you went to Rams and smoked some weed.
Bro, fuck me, the top drug king here.
And you were drinking at the same time.
Oh.
And you asked me if your hand was bigger than your face.
Yeah, I did do that. Yeah.
Maybe I post that picture on the
video. To be honest, I think that was more the beer than the actual alcohol. I was hammered, but that was
maybe you'll see the picture.
That was a long time ago as well. I was about 18. Well, probably about 20, maybe.
Right, cool with that. Should we conclude it here?
Conclude it. What's the sign off this time? Goodbye.